Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have an
That was a
interview with
mouthful.
you. But it was good.
Okay.
Believe me.
It went well.
It's,
I don't know what you said, but it sounded really hot.
that it's been a while since last time you were here.
Mm-hmm.
We're one successful solo album further, and the next one coming up. But it takes a lot of hard work to get where you are, and it started already on a really young age.
Mm-hmm.
One of your biggest achievements was getting your ear pierced by singing a song at a family gathering.
That was huge.
The earring song. Well, I have a gift here for you.
Oh no.
And I would love you to sing the song to me.
The earring song? I don't remember the earring song.
It's on the melody of Don't Worry, Be Happy.
I don't remember it. It was very important to me that I wanted to get an earring.
I know you even made a contract with your dad.
I know, I made a contract, I wrote the song, and my parents let me get my ear pierced. But I took it out. I don't remember it.
Well, if we had a good time at the end of the interview, you still get your present.
Okay.
So then you really have to behave.
Okay.
Besides the earring, what was the biggest achievement until now?
Besides the earring?
If you look back on the last couple of years in your career.
I think the album, my first album, was a big achievement for me. It's something that I wanted to do my whole life, so I think that was a big deal for me. Now with this one, it's such a completely different process, you know. Since I've put the first one out, it's, you know, I think when I put the first one out, there wasn't an expectation. No one knew what to expect. But I think now,
NSYNC and your first solo album.
I think now with this one, people have a certain expectation, and it's kind of my job to like give them what they expect, but also something a little different, you know. So this album's it took a lot longer to create this album.
But it was also a little bit of purpose, to take a bit of time out.
But I mean, even after that, I mean, the first album took 6 weeks. This album took a year, you know. You know, even from the time, you know, yes, I took some time away from music, but also, even when I started making this album again, it took a lot longer.
What is something you learned over the last couple of years in your personal life? Like, you've grown up a lot.
I think the one thing that I've learned that's been a constant theme that keeps coming up for me is that there's more than one right way to do something. And I think, you know, since I am a perfectionist a lot, I think when I was as a younger child, I think that it had to be the way I thought it would be, or it was not perfect. And I think when you grow up a little bit, you understand that there's more than just your way. And I think that's helped me write music a lot, because I've become...
Make it less hard on yourself.
Yeah, I've become more open to what it could possibly be and not what I first envisioned it had to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you started as a boy band member, then a successful solo singing career, then into acting. And it all looked like you were gliding through it. But what was the most difficult to succeed in?
I'm glad it looked like that. I felt like I was stumbling through it more.
What made you stumble the most then?
I don't know. I mean, I think the reason that it's been, I think I've made an effort to at least try to make it easier on myself, in that I've done one thing at a time. You know, I'm not trying to do all these things at the same time. You know, they all exist now. So now the challenge is to do them one at a time, but make sure that I can keep doing them consistently. So that's going to be the challenge now.
Do everything at the same rate and the same
quality. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so staying in the acting, if you had to pick one role out of the next three, which one would it be? A psychopath, a gay cowboy, or a very insensitive macho womanizer? Which role would you like to play?
I don't know. They all sound interesting. I guess it would depend on who I get to womanize. I'm kidding. No,
You can pick.
A psychopath sounds kind of like fun.
Yeah? It's the one
sounds
closest to you?
Yeah, maybe. That sounds like the one that might come easiest, is the Psychopath.
Really? Why?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, they all sound intriguing.
Interesting roles.
Yeah, they all sound interesting.
Do you have like a dream role that you would love to play one day?
I'm not sure. You know, what I've enjoyed in my short time that I've explored acting, is I enjoy supporting roles more than lead roles, because I think it's probably because in music I'm always the lead character. You know, I always am front and center and on stage, and everyone's looking at me. So I enjoy like supporting the lead. That's not to say that I'll do that forever, but right now it's kind of like what's more intriguing to me.
You know what? You don't even know what it's like.
Life's a bitch, ain't it? Think you can swim till you jump into the deep end of the pool, and then it's, oh shit, where are my water wings?
This isn't from a swimming pool.
No, this is what you aspire to. You want a prize? Here's your shot.
Is it also the responsibility for like carrying the movie then?
No, I mean, I think that I've had the responsibility of carrying, you know, like I said, music. And I think it's just probably because when in music it's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me. Like you kind of like, and when I act, it's fun to take a break from that and play supporting roles.
Okay. An album called FutureSex and LoveSounds. What will we get? Because it sounds very exciting to me.
I think that it touches on the last album a little bit in the sound of it, but I think it broadens the spectrum of my sound even more, and I think that's sort of what the most exciting thing about it is. There's so many records you can dance to. There's records you can make love to. There's records you can party to. There's records you can sing in your car.
Come up with the title then, FutureSex LoveSounds.
It's funny. I came up with the title because of everything that everybody was saying around me. It's funny, one day I was driving in my car and someone said to me, we were listening to the rough mixes, and someone said to me, wow, this sounds like the future. And I said, what do you mean by that? And they said, it just, you put so many more influences in your music. This sounds like where the future of music should go. People should do this more. They should put more of their influences in what they do. And for some reason, it just stayed in my brain that he said, this is the future, for some reason. And the next day I was in the studio and the engineer said, you know, if you look at your song titles on this album, they either have the word, he said 5 or 6 of them have the word sex or sexy or love in them. And I was like, And so FutureSex LoveSounds, just, I don't know, I just put them together and
That covers everything.
Yeah. I just thought it best described, because of everything everybody was telling me that was listening to it, I thought it best described the music.
What's the reason that your audience tonight has to be 18 years and over?
No, and I'm so sorry about that. That was just a mix-up.
You don't want to know how many emails we got, people that were disappointed.
I'm sure. They should call the touring people. They should call they owe you an apology too.
Next time when you come, they're allowed to.
Of course. I will be back and I'll play for only 18 and younger. No, I'm kidding. I'll play. I really didn't know that was what happened. I think why that happened though was because in America you can't go to a club until you're 18. So I'm playing clubs in America. Oh, it is?
Yeah, but I don't know if
but
they
for
make
shows
an
is
exception
right.
concerts.
So I think in shows in America at certain places and certain themes for the shows, it has to be 18 and up.
So it wasn't because you wanted an older audience?
No. No.
Well, I mean, could have been FutureSex, LoveSounds.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad show. I mean, I think it'd be anybody who comes, I think they know who's on the bill. So here I am. But I think that I wasn't trying to exclude anyone who was younger than 18 either.
So then we solved that one.
Yeah. Nobody's going to do anything X-rated at the show, so.
This is the Music Factory.